Hi, Aquarius. How are you? This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your love reading. We're going to be talking about the full moon a lot since it's actually full moon day today. So, if you're new, welcome and welcome back to everybody who's been following along. My guides are spinning out some really deep messages. All the information and the links about me are below, so let's jump right in. It's early morning here and I have to run out the door, so I wanted to get this done for you. So Aquarius, this is the card in my readings that indicates what my guides want to speak with you about. Look at that, the spinner of growth. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So things clearly are changing because of destiny, because we're crossing timelines. We're coming into a new era in the human destiny here. And this is beautiful. This is how you stand in your life, solid like a tree, taking in all the energy that's happening through this new moon cycle. In order to create seeds and spin them out, you're also, of course, taking in all the energy from the universe. Quite lovely, and the nutrients from the earth and all those kind of things. So this is the card that indicates you and your energy. So like all the other signs, go look at all the other air sign readings so you'll have some more information about the threads of energy. That's the Sacred Passage tomb at Newgrange. This is somebody who's been through the portal and has returned to step on the golden path. Look at that. The warrior of art, the Knight of Cups. Do you see the energy this person's holding in their hand? If I can get it to focus. Look at that. So that's the energy that you are wielding and that you have taken up in your own life. So that's what the story's going to be about in terms of yourself. My guides are saying yourself with a capital S. And of course your lover. So we're going to make a line for your lover over here. We're going to look. So the cards have been flying. All right. So I'm going to just continue a little bit and then we're going to circle through the oracle cards. So while you now come into this state through the full moon, you're taking in energy from the universe definitely to bring change in your own life and here on the earth. And the very next card is another major arcana card. That's the Chariot. It's beautiful, sacred feminine energy. Do you see how activated that person is? That's what your energy is doing. It is moving, the mover of energy. Moving yourself forward. There's the Sacred Mother. New growth is coming. It's quite lovely. And there's a purpose for that. Look, Kundalini Awakening. That's the World card. So you've got two major arcana cards indicating positive change, which is lovely. So the Perfecter of Energy is the little being that has this Kundalini Awakening. You see it at the crown chakra. You see it at the root chakra. The breastplate indicates the seasons and the petals of wisdom that will be collected. We can get there we go. And in each sector of the time span coming forward, you're going to continue to perfect your energy and spin the sacred feminine energy by utilizing the Kundalini Awakening that you're having. Okay, my guide said this is what literally came through, that you are happening. So they are talking about you as an essential being, a string of energy, as I always talk about in my readings. So it's going to be a very quiet inward process. That's what owl medicine is about. It's about, bird energy is about sacred wisdom and messages coming back and forth from the universe. So another confirmation in a sense. It's a silent, mystical process. Owls work with the night. They have night vision. They hunt to find the resources they need at night. So I think you're going into the dream time in a very significant way to bring forward the Aquarius energy into this realm, my guides are saying, and certainly into your life. When owls fly, they are soundless. There is sound that emits from their wings, but it is not audible. So a very deep, mystical process coming forward for you, and we see it because that's the Journey of Love card that came out for you. Look at that. Sweet soul rising. Very mystical, filled with flowers, which is extremely significant. So I'm going to put a little eye in the sky thing above the video at the very end I'm requesting everyone to go look at the reading that came out from my guides about this moment, about the full moon in Pisces. It does have everything to do with seeds and planting flowers. All right, so there's a little prophecy vision that came out. That's in that reading as well. Make sure you go look at it. And so, effectively, what's happening for you is you're going through the Andean cross. That is about the four directions. It's about that notion of like going through the eye of the needle. It's a very ancient place, ancient prophecy coming forward. You are literally going into the void to collect it. And it affects all the rest of your days, my guides are saying. So for your partner, look at that. Somebody who is also in a mystical process. They are the sacred witness. There may be somebody in your life who's very much supporting this shift and change, whatever you're trying to bring to your life, however you're trying to change it. It's not only the universe that is witnessing, there's another person. So, it may be, my guides tend to speak to what they call quantum partnerships. There's somebody very sacred in your life. It may be a love interest, or it may be the love of the universe. So keep your vision wide. Very sacred, just holding your journey within their vision. How beautiful. While you go through this Andean cross, and look at that, the space between the worlds. So I think many of you have someone who's just walking with you on this journey. There may be somebody that you find in this place when you go through the Andean cross. Quite lovely. And if you have this partner and they've arisen in your life, whoever they are, they understand that that's what's happening. That's where the relationship is unfolding in a very sacred way. And the animal medicine card perfectly matched. Hawk, again, about often related in many people's minds, sacred feminine energy. This is literally about messages being carried from the universe, from the divine, into your life through a partner. And they are receiving messages as well. So there may be a lot of psychic activity because of this moon. It's very likely for all of us, my guides are saying. So, go to the inside, meditate. If you don't meditate, please start doing it now, okay? So we're going to spin out the rest of your reading, and we're going to look at your partner over here. I'll pick some runes for you. My guides just say, oh, okay, yeah. My guys just said at the end of the day, so look, okay, here's what they want. Look at that. Look. Very auspicious, very intense. The King of Battle accompanying the young man, so male energy, going across the gap. It's quite lovely. The adventure of knowledge. Seven of Pentacles, your garden is about to grow through a psychic means. It is everything to do with going through the portal at the full moon, today and tomorrow, and continuing onward, moving that energy, continuing. So this young man had a vision. There was a tradition. It's about Halloween, actually. There was a tradition about going out into the town courtyard where the gallows were to prove your mettle, to put a rope around a corpse, which is horrific. When he stepped into the, my guides just said when he stepped into the space. So this is what they're talking about, all right? So the card gives an illustration. My guides don't really want to talk so much about the story, but it is about how he stepped into the space and he was immediately transported into the mystical realm where he met a fairy who helped him because he had a vision that some disaster was going to happen. And we know what's going on with Pluto and Capricorn and what all the predictions are, Saturn and Pluto coming into conjunction here on Earth. There's going to be catastrophic change. So when he was in the underworld with the fairies, he met a banshee, a woman, a mystical woman who helped him transport himself back to cry out a warning to prevent the tragedy. So in your own life, you're going to be getting these mystical messages. There may be something that you're worried about. Something might be stressing you. So the King of Battle, also a very mystical story. You see the moon? The moon's going to affect you quite a bit. When this happens, you're going to start moving the energy. That's what's going to take you across, obviously. While you're across, I think not so much about preventing tragedy, but your energy is exalted, my guides are saying, so that you can join the collective and a leadership position, Aquarius, as you always do, because you are, okay, my guides just said you are the mind of Jupiter, expansion, right? So this mystical king had his hand cut off in a battle, which caused him to have to step off the throne because he wasn't whole. So there we see him sitting in the graveyard having his regeneration. Do you see what's happening, Aquarius? Another place of momentous change for you. It's beautiful, mystical change. In the end of this story, through some divine intervention, thank you, Spirit, his real hand grew back and he was able to ascend back to the throne. Okay, so this is an ascension moment. Please go look at all the favorite astrologers that speak about these beautiful ascension moments that we're having as we come into 2020. And this full moon in love energy, water energy, Pisces, initiates the next phase of this timeline, something very new. And this is a prophecy. The augury of skill, that's the Ace of Wands. So here we see this young man again transformed. See, he's traveling back and forth to the mystical realm. He holds the sacred spear of Lu. There's the shining city in the background, and nothing burned down. He prevented because he partook in the energy. So you've got a strong urge inside of you, and you want to send your energy out after this transformation process in order to create with your passion, the inspiration of passion, the male energy part of you. You're going to start your efforts to create change. And it is your energy, always remember that, my guides are saying, in this plane of existence, we're talking about your energy as a spirit being. That's what brings forward and sends out the seeds. And there we see it, sort of in the human level. So check this out. The woman of skill. She holds the spool of destiny in her hand, and this is on the heart-mind chakra. So do you see that tower? Let me see if I can get it into the picture better. She has also been activated. She not only holds the spool of destiny, she winds it around the tower of inspiration. Do you see the light particles? My guides are talking about photons and physics because we are starseed, we are light particles. And so it is that which you collect, I believe, when you take this journey and you become whole inside yourself. Your urge is to impact destiny. And you will do it with those things inside, the energy inside of you, and with the energy that you're being infused with. Look at that beautiful card. That's about a couple that had an objection. Somebody was objecting to their union. They had to figure out how to void out the objective. So we see that bag. There's actually a person in there who got swallowed up because this couple was commanding destiny, okay? They figured out how to get past the objection, just sort of non-violently, right? They put it in a bag, they put a little bow on it, they hung it on a hook. Do you see how they are sharing energy? They were able to come together. So we are talking about sacred connection in your life in some way. It is also, of course, about you reconnecting with yourself energetically because of this process. So if you have a partnership, understand it's a moment when you can really connect with each other in a very deep way, very quietly in the mystical realm because of the soul rising and the fact that you're going through the Andean cross. It's quite lovely. So here's the outcome card. Look at that. That is the Akashic Records. Do you see that young man? Do you see how he's risen through this reading? 10 of Pentacles. Following this card, Courtship of Art, 3 of Cups. There's going to be a lot of celebration, I think, in your own heart, in your own life, in your own soul progress, but also clearly with someone else. And you're going to see the happiness. You're going to see the mystical connection and how it reflects in your life. Quite beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So let's take a look at your partner. Look at that. The sacred goddess, Coventina. That's a temperance card. The mingler of energy. Do you see that energy that's coming out of that vessel? So that vessel is your partner. So the universe has their whole attention on that person too. And what's interesting about this, let me just show you if I can. Do you see how both of these vessels are radiating energy? It's coming out of the hand of the warrior of art, and it's coming from within the vessel of your partner. Quite lovely energy bubbling up. And I think it's the energy of the connection, and look how that got displaced. Interesting. Very interesting, laying over the top of the mover of energy. So a similar process going forward with your sweetheart, my guides are saying, who is standing in this mystical place, witnessing. Do you see how they're looking into themselves? They're witnessing the process in a really beautiful way. All right, let's see. My guides want one more card from here, and then we're going to, they want that one. What is that? Yeah, an adventure. Look, another person going on an adventure. The adventure of skill. 7 of Wands. There may be some challenges for this person. It is about winning a battle through properly understanding how to utilize energy to protect yourself. So there's something going on for your partner. Let's look at the little race card deck and see what that's all about. Yeah, look. Okay, so look, there's the Ace of Pentacles. And you know what? This is 7 of Wands. I may have said it wrong. So I think it might be factors of overwhelm because of the profound change that's going on. So, and it may be within themselves, right? They're getting messages. They're being mingled. Temperance, balance. So they may initially, just see how this is looking into this. They may feel a little frightened. They may feel a little overwhelmed like you did at some point. But don't worry, temperance is there. They're going to get some divine help. And when they're in this involution process, they are getting, pardon me, I see my computer is running out of juice. Hang on, I got to plug in. So they're going to be getting divine inspiration through the process that they are going through. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Because of this temperance, mingling. And look, they've got the 10 of Cups too. So the two of you I think, are having visions. You're understanding. If it's someone that you're meeting, you're going to have these moments which might bring this anxiety, this defensiveness, this lack of clarity. It just might. Or it might be, if you're already bonded, it might be the process that the two of you are going through together into the Andean cross, and your partner is just standing kind of in awe, witnessing this unfold. So we have the King of Wands. It's really fascinating. So you've got the King of Battle. Your partner has the King of Wands. And they're looking into their own process. Quite lovely. And look what, see, that's why this is here. That's why the 7 of Wands is there. They are going through a rebirth. Okay, Scorpio energy. Death and rebirth as a point of victory. And it is in the passionate way, through their strength, through this inspiration that comes because of this temperance moment. Look how that looks into each other. Isn't that quite lovely? And look, 3 of Pentacles. Beautiful. In this deck, it's called the courtship. It's a courtship with the divine. Courtship of knowledge. Your person, because of all that's unfolding, is standing in the sacred temple in their own lives, just like you're doing that. And the divine comes to give them some messages, give them some support. So if it's somebody who has not experienced this in their life, it's going to freak them out a little, maybe. But they're going to sail right through it. Because what this person's doing is saying, well, okay, my God, can I shine a light on this? What's happening? What am I supposed to do? How do I build this temple? Give me your advice, give me your assistance. And of course, they get it. And they offer gifts of themselves back to the divine through this death process. Wow, it's beautiful, Aquarius. And look. Yeah. The World card, a new world coming forward with all the bounty that they need and all the divine assistance that they need. And it's quite lovely. And they're looking again, they're looking into themselves in the temple. So they're also having a process that is quite inward. Here's the next card. Look, the Hierophant. So there's going to be discussions and contemplation about marriage. Is this my sacred mate? I think that's what they're asking the universe about as they go through this process. They're feeling it. And of course, they want clarity and security and they want to know. So they're going to have this very inward process. And it may be the process that helps them understand the connection in the sacred realm and give it its due, my guides are saying. Okay, so perfect that this comes out in this line. And look, sweethearts, here's the last card. My babies, my guides are saying, look, ah, they do feel this is divine love, divinely ordered, just coming straight out of the mystical realm for them, for you, while they witness this process. You know, when something magical happens in your life, and part of you is dumbfounded, and you literally just stand there mystified. And the thing, my guys are saying, that thing that people talk about, what it's like when you meet your quantum partner, your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever, what word you want to put on it, it's okay. That person who brings divine presence into your life and perhaps starts this wheel of fortune spinning, or the thing that was destiny for you anyway, okay? You share my guys keep saying involution. You share that kind of regeneration together. Certainly you stimulate each other. And my guides are saying, and most profoundly, you're stimulated by the universe. And suddenly it brings you to a moment of shock and awe and standstill. I'm surprised we don't have the tower here. Sometimes in these types of readings, the tower comes out because it is a tower moment, isn't it? When this happens. So, beautiful Aquarius, make sure you and your partner love yourselves. Do your own process. My guides just said, mind to yourself. That's like saying, mind your P's and Q's. Stay grounded in yourselves. Attend to your own process because it is you performing your process that makes all of this spin and turn and the seeds go out in the wind. And they're honoring you, of course, as an air sign. Thank you, Spirit. Really beautiful. So enjoy this full moon. Let the Spirit move you, my guides just said. Maybe if you are partnered already, take your sweetheart, if possible. And my guide said, turn the lights off, light some candles, and let the full moon come in through the window and just sit there together. Okay? Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's pull a rune. What have my guides got for beautiful Aquarius and their sweet love interest? All right, 2 came out. Wow. Okay. Woo-wee, Aquarius. That is the rune Hagalaz. It is about elemental power and gaining power through disruption. And it's literally what I was just saying about what it's like when you meet your person. Let's see, where should we put it, Spirit? Let's put these right here, okay? Awakening. And that's the rune for fertility. So I believe this is the energy that you're sharing and that is being utilized while you go through your process together. So I'm going to read that to you from the book. Let's do Hagalaz first. It can be frightening, but see, okay, my guys just told me it belongs there. It's this moment, when you have this moment, okay? And this partner's bringing fertility into your life, like this person found their sacred mate when they went across to the sacred realm. Oops, that's my alarm. Okay, so Hagalaz. Oh, you know what? I can't find it because I have the wrong book in my hand. Oh, gosh. So, let's see. 129 and 107. So, Hagalaz is the rune of elemental disruption, elemental power, hail, change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche, that's what this is about, thank you, Spirit, to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of the archetypical mind. The rune of elemental disruption of events that seems to be totally beyond your control. Hagalaz has only an upright position, and yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the great awakener, although the form the awakening takes may vary. Perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses, as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. And then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality. Absolutely. That's absolutely what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. Disruption takes many forms. A relationship may fail, plans may go awry, a source of power, pardon me, that was a slip, a source of supply, but an interesting slip, dries up. But do not be dismayed. Whether you created the disruption or whether it comes from an outside source, you are not without power in the situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being changed and challenged. This is one of the cycle runes, and the term radical discontinuity best describes the action of Hagalaz at its most forceful. The more severe the disruption, the more significant and timely the requirements are for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding, you see, that you do indeed grow. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Wait till you hear about the rune for fertility. It's mind-boggling. So this is in Goose. It is about fertility, new beginnings. Ing, the hero god. Look at this. See? And there's the Hierophant. I like it. This rune is akin to the moon, the intuitive part of your nature, with its urge towards harmonizing and adjusting in the sphere of personal relationships. You see, this is why your partner's just witnessing the space between the worlds where the two of you are standing when this happens. And my guides keep saying, whether you're mated or not, it's not just about meeting someone, it's about meeting someone in the spiritual realm. Maybe you've been married for 25 years. So this rune has an urge towards harmonizing and adjusting. It embodies the need to share and the yearning to be desired. It is a search after similarities, to see. Temperance, searching for the places where you meet each other. It is the completion of beginnings. Drawing this rune may mark a time of joyful deliverance into a new life, a new path. It's a rune of great power, and receiving it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion and resolution, from which comes a new beginning. Yeah, that's what this is about. Thank you, Spirit. Above all, completion is crucial. It may be timely that you complete some project, and if so, make that your first priority. Perhaps a difficult state of mind can be clarified or resolved. The appearance of this rune indicates that you must fertilize the ground, look, for your own deliverance. All things change, and we cannot live permanently amid obstructions. And Goose signals your emergence from a closed chrysalis state. Wow, beautiful. As you resolve and clear away the old, you will experience a release from tension and uncertainty. So be tender with your partner. This is, you're going through a process, but it's on some level, it may be a little gentler than what your partner is experiencing because, look. That's why my guides were talking about the tower. Maybe kind of a tower moment for them. So you may be required to free yourself from a rut, a habit, a relationship, some deep cultural behavioral pattern, some activity that was quite proper to the self you're leaving behind. However, the time of birth is a critical one. This movement can involve danger, and yet movement that is timely leads us out of danger. Thank you, Spirit. The time has come to enter the delivery room. Another of the cycle runes, Ingu's counsels preparation, being centered and grounded, freeing yourself from all unwanted influences, and seeing the humor in the situation. You are indeed prepared to open to the will of heaven and await your deliverance with calm certainty. Oh my gosh. Astoundingly beautiful, Aquarius. Thank you for everything you are and everything you're doing. Enjoy this blessed moon. Please look at the full moon reading that I did. It is long. You're going to need to sit with a cup of tea. Maybe do that with your partner on the full moon. There's a prophecy, a very profound prophecy that came through to me on the eclipse in July. So I finally was able to understand what that's about. And it's about all of this, okay? Along with all of human history and human destiny. So thanks so much for being here. I can't remember if I said it, but the links about me are below. And if you want a reading, send me an email. My self booking calendar is closed because I'm leaving on my great journey very soon. And I have to be real careful, where appointments get set. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you soon. Have a lovely full moon. I'll see you next week. Do me a service, please, and click the like button for me. It's very helpful to my little channel. Thanks so much. Send in love and hugs. Bye.